Hi guys and welcome back to Football Manager 2018 with Rangers. It's a big one today, the culmination of the season, Season 3. We're in it, we're the top of the league with a 9 goal difference advantage and a 3-point lead. We're playing Aberdeen away just now, Celtic are hosting Hibs. Then we're going to travel, no we're not, then we're going to host Hamilton and then we're at Parkhead in the final day. So we could win the title at Parkhead, that would be insane. While we play Hamilton, Celtic are at St Johnstone, which is a tough venue. So we'll see what happens. We're going to play all three of these games in this episode, so this will be a bumper title decider edition. Our record against Aberdeen pretty good actually. Aberdeen have beaten us twice. We've drawn 3 times and we've won 7 times. Unfortunately, Christian Gamboa is out, but Aberdeen in inconsistent form at the moment, and our form's strong. We've won 3 on the bounce, I think we've won 3 on the bounce, of course, scoring 15 goals in those 3 games. Away at St Johnstone, 5-2 victory, so hopefully we can push further north up to Aberdeen and look confident in that one as well. I really can't argue against naming an unchanged side. So that will lead to the squad of Fulton, Houston, Fernandez, Wallace, Oliveira, Barjonas, McGinn, O'Halloran, Avdiaj, Afif and Morelos, who is actually in excellent form at the moment after being unable to hit a barn door for quite a while. 4-2-3-1 from Aberdeen, pretty much what we expect them to play. I'm going to say we expect nothing but a win from this game. We kind of let up now. We kind of just be thinking that it's nice that we're still in the title race at the end, or we kind of be thinking that, well, maybe Celtic will slip up at Perth. No, we have to assume maximum points from Celtic. We also have to assume, obviously, by virtue of that we're going to get beat at Parkhead. So we need to make it as difficult as possible for Celtic. 3 Aberdeen shots in the first 10 minutes is not good. Lindsay for Celtic is down with an injury, which is nice, but it's not really going to make much of a difference. If it was a red card, I maybe would have got more excited, as Morelos picks the ball up here, running at the Aberdeen defence, wide left. Got some support from Afif, gets away from his man, floats across in. Avdiaj won't get there though. Header will be picked up by Wright, and Aberdeen with the possible counter now. It's a poor ball. Well done, Wallace. Murray Wallace deserves the Premiership title, I'll say that much. Avdiaj now, acres of space for O'Halloran, got to find Morelos, drills it in, Morelos! There's that form. Alfredo Morelos scores 12 and a half minutes or so into the game at Pittodrie, 1-0 to Rangers. I needed that. I didn't want this to be a tense, nervy affair early doors. We needed that early goal, as Avdiaj pinches it and then immediately gives it away to Tansey. Rooney plays it out wide to right. Poor defending from Houston, didn't know where he was. Then he won it, but he's just knocked it long. Ineffectual stuff. Reynolds though, is he going to give it to Morelos? He is. Morelos has a chance to score. Tough ask here. Reynolds recovers, but it will break to Avdiaj to run at the defence now. Goes by a lot of them and then passes it basically to Joe Lewis. Has to be doing better there for me. Tansey now out wide for Nkololo, who keeps it in. It's away by Houston, but only as far as Tansey. Poor again from Houston, clearing his lines. Wright's cross, Rooney's shot, 1-1. And Aberdeen are not behind for long. We're going to have to demand more out of the squad. That's not good enough, giving up the lead as easily as that. Houston looks a bit weak to me at right back at the minute. It's a big ask for the young man to come in and do so well at the end of the season, but with Gamboa out, we need a big stretch of games from Jordan Houston. As McGinn's ball in is towards Wallace. Murray Wallace. Praise, praise, praise. How good has Murray Wallace been? Free signing Murray Wallace. Honestly, if we look at this squad, how many of them are free? McGinn was free, Avdiaj was free, Afif was free, Murray Wallace was free. So many of them were free. And then of course Ian Fulton came through our own youth squad. As Shinnie takes the throw, McLean now, Aberdeen looking to get something that they don't deserve before half time. Tansey, McLean working it well. McLean puts it to Rooney. Touch, he's outside the box at least. Tansey, McLean, can he slip it in? No, goes back to Tansey again, who shoots some distance off the bar. Clear it, thank God for that, man. It's an Aberdeen corner. Pushing for the equaliser. Tansey floats it in. Well attacked by Barjonas. Picked up by Wright. Come on, deal with this, boys. Into Logan, offside, not given, drilled low. Well done, Ivanildo Fernandez to clear. O'Halloran picking it up, too isolated though. Still going O'Halloran, then back to Fernandez. Jordan Houston's actually in an excellent position. Nobody used him. McGinn now. Is there a chance here for us on the counter? No. No with a final ball like that for Morelos. Celtic still being held 0-0 at Parkhead. As Fulton clears it long towards Morelos. Jump! God damn it, Reynolds away. Right, and far too much room there. Plays it to Rooney. Far too many blue shirts around him. He does find Gilhead though. It's in for Rooney. It's got to be a goal. He squares it. Wright scores. Who the fuck was that in the middle? This guy here. Who is this? Tell me who this is. It's Houston. Oh, Houston, son. Hang your head. Awful defending. And it's 2-2 right before half time. That's an absolute kick in the teeth. At least Hibs are still holding Celtic now. But that's no good enough. In fact, I'm going to tell them aggressively that it's no good enough. But Jonas looking stressed by that. Well, do you know what, son? You can come off at half time for Casey Palmer, who can be an advanced playmaker. That's what we'll do. Casey Palmer can come on. He plays slightly deeper than he has been doing. He's obviously been the attacking midfielder all the time, Casey Palmer. He's coming into the central midfield just now to see if he can affect the game there. Still 0-0 at Parkhead, 50 minutes gone. We're relying on that at the moment since we're at 2-2. Reynolds away, Tansino getting there, Palmer in, O'Halloran shoots, and it's Michael O'Halloran. And for the third time today, taking lead. I'm going to tell him to concentrate this time. I didn't want them slipping up again and losing the lead. This is basically the story of the squad. We've done so well going forward. We're the top scorers in the league this season, and we've been a bit sketchy at the back, despite the fact Murray Wallace has been a sensational signing and done so well coming in, including getting his goal today. We've still been leaking too many goals. Fernandez away to McGinn. McGinn over the top. Avdiaj, slip it through for Morelos. Acres of space, has to score. Oh, he's hit the post, son. You have to be scoring that, I'm afraid. Houston on the ball now. Celtic still at 0-0. Come on, Hibs, hold. If we can hold and Hibs can hold, then oof. It looks like the title as McLean plays it to Holt. It's Wright now playing it inside. Well done, McGinn, tracking back. That box-to-box roll, of course. Fernandez, Houston, Palmer, O'Halloran with a nice touch. Into Avdiaj. He's got O'Halloran again going. Good ball, come on. Find me the fourth goal. O'Halloran in. Morelos attacks it. Heads in it. It's 4-2. Morelos. Right, now we need Hibs to hold, man. If Hibs can hold, we'll go 5 clear. We'll just need to beat Hamilton. And we'll win the title. Come on. I'm just waiting for that Lee Griffiths goal now. Fegenspan for Aberdeen, roasting Oliveira. Fegenspan whips her in. I'm worried about a pen being given here. Houston away, Holt on, Rooney on. Easy for Ian Fulton. Never troubling the young man. Are we going to bring MD on? We'll bring Mitchell on, I suppose, for Oliveira, just to kill some time, especially given the fact that Oliveira's not been great today. Wallace now. Can we get a fifth, actually, and just hammer home this victory? Palmer, Fernandez. We're still playing so high despite being up by 2 goals. O'Halloran kills it dead, puts it in for Morelos. He's not going to get it, but Avdiaj. Oh, and Lewis. How good is that from Joe Lewis? And then Shea Logan does very well to clear that for Aberdeen. And Sinclair has scored a penalty. Conspiracy theorists run wild on that one. And Sinclair has scored a second penalty as Celtic are winning that game 2-0 now. Sadly, not only do they not drop further behind us on points, but they're not going to drop further behind on goals since we've both won the game by 2. Unless there is a 5th Rangers goal here as Jack finds a fief. Into Palmer, through for Avdiaj. Can he thread it through? Not to O'Halloran. Comes back to him, finds a fief. And there you go, we've scored, but Scott Sinclair's completed a hat-trick as well in the other game. So there's still remaining... Oh, Christ. Nope, Akram Afif is offside, so Celtic, by winning 3-0, are actually going to claw a goal back in the goal difference there. That's how quickly things turn. From thinking all we had to do was beat Hamilton to secure the title, Celtic are now only 8 goals behind us. And of course the 3 points. But once again, we're playing these last 3 games under the assumption we're going to get stuffed at Celtic Park. We did think that the next game would be the one where Celtic might slip up when they're away at St Johnstone. We've done so well ourselves. Dapple Mabudi scoring again actually for Dundee against Partick. I mean, he has 10 goals in the league this season. That's not bad. Playing for a Dundee side who are sitting 9th in the league. That's pretty good, especially for a young man of his age. 8 days left in the league season. Hamilton next, of course. If we manage to win that and Celtic fail to win at St Johnstone, then we do win the title. But let's not forget, last time we played Hamilton at Ibrox, we did fail to win and we created zilch all game. So we kind of go into this game assuming that we're just going to slaughter Hamilton. Obviously we're in excellent free scoring form right now, so you would expect to beat them. But can we see St Johnstone getting something against Celtic? I doubt it. They've done really well during the split, I think. Decrease in revenue. We only get 60% now of the transfer revenue. That's not good. In terms of after the split, they lost 1 up at Aberdeen. I suppose they could drop points at St Johnstone. Going to Aberdeen, we managed to win and we managed to beat St Johnstone as well. So let's hope their results are mirrored too. They went to Aberdeen, managed to lose. So hopefully they managed to lose to St Johnstone as well. If we better their result at all today, then we're champions. But we can't just rely on St Johnstone, of course. Hamilton beat us once. We've had 2 draws and we beat them 7 times. So we have an excellent record against Hamilton and we're in excellent form. We're not going to change the team whatsoever. Liam Henderson's coming on the bench for Ryan Jack, but that'll be it. Fulton, Houston, Fernandez, Wallace, Oliveira, Barjonas, McGinn, O'Halloran, Avdiaj, Afif and Morelos, of course. Is the lineup. We need Morelos to continue that free scoring form. 4-1, 4-1 from Hamilton. Obviously coming here to just sit in and try and get something. Expect nothing but a win. But Jonas currently seems motivated as we're going to play this game. We'll encourage the boys for this one. Daham picking it up for Hamilton at the start of the half. O'Ware now on to Dunn, playing forward to Docherty. Of course, we need that victory today. If nothing else, we need the victory. Celtic win, we obviously need to win to match where we are just now. Celtic draw, we need to win to take advantage of that. If Celtic lose, a draw would do, but I can't see them losing as Franco hits a free kick just wide of the post. But the first real attack of the game, first real action of the game coming for Hamilton there. Aberdeen go 1 up, but just remember that Celtic are playing St Johnstone, not Aberdeen. Done with the throw to Sissako, takes a touch, pressurised well, back to the goalkeeper who will clear. Ivanildo Fernandez can't beat Koulibaly, who of course scored their goal in the 1-1 here before when they created absolutely nothing, but they managed to pounce on a rare mistake from Murray Wallace actually. That's a terrible ball to Avdiaj. O'Ware now up for Koulibaly. Fernandez does very well to win that. Come on Houston, run it and whip it, son, get a wee assist here. Whips it in, Morelos is attacking it easily away. Come on McGinn, good ball to Avdiaj, traps it, pings it. That's never going in like that. Decent effort, but it was always going wide. Celtic up at McDermott Park, still 0-0 as well. 10's 25 minutes, we've not created enough for me. Racking up the shot count, but obviously nothing of note since we've not seen anything. Murray Wallace has got a gashed head, that's no good. Claudio has scored for St Johnstone, who lead 1-0. Scott Sinclair's equalised for Celtic, 1-1. That was quick. Not good. And of course, if they draw and we draw, I will be raging that we've slipped up. I cannot believe that Hamilton are doing this to us again. Right, what do we do? I honestly don't. Right, Donis Avdiaj off for Casey Palmer. That's what we do. We demand more in the second half. Honestly, we better create something. I swear to God, if Hamilton come here and just shut us out again. Done for Hamilton going long, which always concerns me. Fernandez away. Right, Houston, take it down, son. There you go. O'Halloran, have a run. I don't like big looping balls like that. What's that all about? But Jonas now looking for a runner. Oof, how high was Oliveira up the park? Afif was in if he'd have played that there. Palmer Come on, create the chance, McGinn. Goes back the way. We're taking too long for me here. Wallace, Jonas, almost given away. Afif had to work to get that. Morelos tries to turn provider. Palmer. Oh, what a miss. Sitter, especially at the end of the loan deal when you're trying to secure a permanent move here. You can't be missing a chance like that. But Jonas is ball in, headed away by O'Ware. Palmer picking it up now. Now we're getting nervous. This is exactly what I didn't want to happen at Pataudry, and it's ended up happening at Ibrox instead. Nervy game. And of course, if we were to draw and Celtic were to win, it would be a 1 point gap, and they would just need to beat us at Parkhead. And it's a good challenge by the Hamilton defender, which will end our early pressure in the second half. And Sinclair has scored another goal for Celtic. They are winning now. We need to win this game. We can't go to Celtic Park needing points. St Johnstone have scored again through Claudio. Right, come on, push forward. O'Ware with a throw for Hamilton though, who press forward rarely. O'Halloran forward. Craig takes that down. Get it, Palmer. Goes back the way to Dunn, who's an easy ball into the middle. We need to be closing these guys down more. Dobbin playing it forward. The Ham can't get there for head of Wallace. Come on. With St Johnstone level, we just need to win now. O'Halloran racing through them. Gives it away though to Dunn. Poor. Sissako back to the keeper. And we don't close him down quickly enough. He can get it forward for Koulibaly. Fernandez McGinn though. Right, come on guys. We don't look much better than Hamilton here, and that concerns me. Afif to Palmer. Rattle it, son. He threads it to O'Halloran. Michael O'Halloran. 1-0. Thank God for that. That could be the title winning goal. Watch Hamilton just score right now. They just heave it over the top to Koulibaly, who's made us run up, and they'll end up bloody scoring. Done for Craig, that's relatively easy. Koulibaly's on the shoulder here. Jordan Houston flying in. They're going to score. They're going to equalise immediately. Craig allowed a free run down the wing. It's in. It's Koulibaly, and it's off the post. Thank God for that. Murray Wallace flying in with the tackle after tackle there. Morelos injured. Right, we'll bring on Odsonne Edouard. That's not too much of a big deal. Sinclair is injured. Sinclair, who scored Celtic's last 5 goals, is now injured at McDermott Park. Jonas looking to give us a 2-goal advantage. Whips it in. It's headed away. McGinn heads it on. Not the best ball ever done forward for Koulibaly. Come on, deal with this. Good man, Houston. Come on. McGinn. Afif rattles it. Akram Afif 2-0. Come on, St Johnstone. Hold. I want to go to Parkhead for a guard of honour, no a title decider. St Johnstone, Claudio, 3-2. Unbelievable. Let's bring Liam Henderson on for Jonas just now. Barring an absolute disaster, this is the title. Headed away. Right, come on. Palmer for O'Halloran. Whips it. Go on, Edouard. Ugh. Well, Odsonne Edouard, still a donkey. Skondras. Now, trust there to be hundreds of action now where I just want both games to end. Ugh, Oliveira's going to walk. Walk off slowly, please, son. Oh, come on. We deserve to win this title. If anything takes it away from us now, it's going to have to be a cruel fashion the way we lose it. Who do we pull off? I suppose we take off O'Halloran. Oh, we can't? Oh, God. Just throw McGinn at left back. Because why no? We're just going to have to do the most experimental thing ever. Let's just contain. Tighten up. Right, it needs to be 4 goals now or something in the last like 2 minutes of both games for us to no win this year. It's over, isn't it? Kick it, keeper, come on. Yes! passionate, very happy. Rangers win Ladbrokes Premiership. Key player Murray Wallace. Let's just savour it for a moment. Let's just take that in. Right, let's read it. Rangers will certainly look back at some great wins along the way, with perhaps the most notable being a comfortable 6-1 humbling of Hibernian. That did start us on our way. On a run here at the end of the season, which has won as the title. Comprehensive 5-2 versus St Johnstone, which again was on this run. An emphatic 5-1 against Hamilton. An impressive 4-0 dismantling of Kilmarnock. Alfredo Morelos led the way to glory for the Ladbrokes Premiership side by notching 21 goals en route to sealing the Ladbrokes Premiership crown. It was a season of unlikely yet jubilant success for the Gels. Their early season form propelled them into title contention, provided them with the platform to go on and win the competition. Morelos is injured, pulled ankle ligaments, who cares? Rangers clinched the title, thank God. Oliveira's banned, again, who cares? Murray Wallace injured, which is a bit of a shame actually if he misses Parkhead. I'm still not going to do the press conference, I don't care about it. Qualify for the Champions Cup, which is nice. Budgets, 375k a week, transfer budget of just under 4 million, so still not a lot of money. Ian Durant has labelled me a bona fide legend following my successful stewardship of Rangers' remarkable Premier League winning campaign. The board are delighted, of course, that we've finally managed to win the title. And Oliveira accepts his warning. Now, are we actually a club legend? Let's look. Or not a legend, pardon me, but favoured personnel. We are not. Jamie Burr-Jonas and Alfredo Morelos have actually moved up to that status. Nobody else appearing on the lists, though. But there you go. That's the title. Now let's go to Celtic Park and see what the result's going to be there. I expect to still get battered probably, but it'd be nice to seal the deal going there and winning. What I'd also like to do is have a look at the league table and see how this points total would have done in previous seasons. So we have 86 currently. Celtic won last year with 92, so 86 wouldn't have done it last season. In fact, even if we win at Parkhead, we would get 89, which wouldn't have done it last season. In season 1, they won with 88, so we need to beat them at Parkhead to do better than that points tally. I suppose if you really want to put a downer on this excellent moment, then you would say Celtic's drop-off has let us win the title. But I'm not going to be as harsh as that on the team. I'm going to say that the young players are developing, and we've obviously stuck in all season to compete with Celtic. And our points tally, although you probably say our points tally is going to be the lowest league winning points tally of the 3 seasons, lower than Celtic's 2 of course, it's still up there with them. You know, it's not like we're winning it with like 74 points or something ridiculous like that. We're still up there with their points tallies. Obviously retaining will be very, very difficult, but that's next season. We don't need to worry about that now. We're just focusing on what an achievement this has been. And I think it actually sums up how the seasons went. The fact that Celtic losing to St Johnstone was what actually ended it. Because obviously us beating Hamilton was irrelevant unless Celtic slipped up. Liam Henderson wants a new deal, but he has plenty of time remaining on his current deal, which he accepts. And lots of warnings about Lee Griffiths and stuff, but let's just go and play this game. It's a rare old firm game where we can just go have fun. Even if we get beat like 6-0, who cares? We're still the champs. Who's down? Ross County are down. Ross County, who we're going to play in the Scottish Cup final. Ross County at home, losing to Partick Thistle. Any other result, Ross County would have been in the playoff, but they lost. Partick Thistle buy themselves a chance to survive by winning that game up at Dingwall there. They're in the playoff, of course, but they have a chance, whereas Ross County now just down, out of the league. Zach Rudden, unfortunately, didn't manage to score for them yesterday and couldn't keep them in the league. Let's hope that crushes their spirits ahead of the Scottish Cup final. Now here we go. It's the champions versus Celtic. Funny. Stuart McCall wins Writers' Manager of the Year. No, I'm sorry. Piss off. I'm Manager of the Year. Snapping Celtic's 8 in a row streak. I think that would get you Manager of the Year somehow. Who cares about the form and everything? Let's just play the damn game. Odsonne Edouard will start up top. McGinn out. Henderson in. Ryan Jack onto the bench. Maximiliano Oliveira out. Dimitri Mitchell in. Jack Price onto the bench, I suppose. Murray Wallace out. Fabio Cardozo starting. Murray Wallace can be on the bench. Do we want to change anybody else? Don't think so. So Fulton, Houston, Fernandez, Cardoso, Mitchell, Barjonas, Henderson, O'Halloran, Avdiaj, Afif and Edouard. As we go away to Celtic Park, they're obviously, you would expect, playing a full team. 4-2-3-1. Very, very, very good side that Celtic have today. They come in third in the form table while we're first. Let's show them why. Full house here at Parkhead, which would it be? I suppose it would be in real life because tickets would be sold in advance and they'd be expecting this to be a title decider. Liam Lindsay starts today despite being injured. Early free kick dumped into the box. Fernandez down. Odsonne Edouard strikes 1-0 to the champions. And of all the guys to do it, the man who spent a very good season on loan at Celtic, Mitchell, Cardoso, look how much time they just gave him there, backed way off. Avdiaj, they're trying to press really, really highly, but we're getting through them. Or we're getting round them, I suppose. Look at that. Can he get near us? Okay, pass it. Oh god, they got near us. I'm going to pay for that arrogance, aren't I? Armstrong, Bakali, well done, Jordan Houston. Trezeguet then beats Mitchell. Beaton, there's acres for that fullback. Sokwe. Whipped in, acres of space again. Nope, headed away. Trezeguet now. It's a matter of time here. Ballo, there you go, 1-1. Norbert Ballo seems to do very well against us. Looks like we're going to have another exciting Old Firm game. That's their first shot, man. That's harsh. Proper harsh. Easily away. Afif, go on son, run at them. Show that trickery. Oh, what a flick. Unfortunately right to beat on, but it was a nice flick. Well done, Henderson. I bet they regret letting Henderson go now. Armstrong, Ballo, I mean they still look a far superior team, man. Trezeguet, oh for God's sake, until he did that. Looks like he belongs in League 2 with finishing like that. Honestly, the draw here would be okay, I think. The draw here would be relatively nice. I don't want to get beat, you know what I mean? I don't want to be champions and then get beat to them and have that kind of looming over us. Oh, what a pass. Houston, square it. Finish it. Somebody. Trezeguet away. Henderson. It's put it over the bar. Still 1-1 here, approaching. Nearly approaching the half-time break. Afif whipping it in. Away by Lindsay. Picked up by Jonas. Nice ball. Henderson down to Afif. Avdiaj, not a good pass. Bakali picking it up, who can run the defence ragged. Beats Houston into the box. Defender doesn't go with him, and it's a really, really poor finishing in the end by Bakali, but that was certainly concerning, shall we say. Fulton now with the goal kick. We always get a good game against Celtic, at least. It's never boring. Even when we get clobbered, it's at least exciting to watch. Lindsay to Herrera. They'll at least lose that Herrera when he goes back to City. Avdiaj now out to Houston. That's a good thing as well. We're not relying on loan players. None of our players are on loan that play in the first 11 now that Palmer's actually dropped out the first 11. I don't think I'm going to spend 2.7 on him. It seems like a waste when we only have... Oh, Odsonne Edouard, 2-1. when we only have just under 4. It seems a waste to pay 2.7 for Palmer, who he's a good player and he done well when he came in, but I don't know, I just feel that 2.7 is a bit much. My God, this has been an eventful game, hasn't it? Jonas out to O'Halloran. Houston goes on. They're doing really well with the overload on that right hand side, actually. Houston and O'Halloran. Houston's ball, though it's lacking, son. Beat on to Linus. Launches it for Ballo. Bloody hell, he beats Fernandez in the air. Bacali's ball. It should be Ian Fulton's. It is. Excellent stuff. Way long. Herrera forward though. O'Halloran. Come on, let's beat them. I really want to beat them. Avdiaj for Mitchell. Come on, find Edward for a hat-trick. Whipped in, nowhere near him. Linus away to Bacali. That is really poor from Mitchell. Now you've got Bacali playing it to Ballo. Ballo on for his second of the game. Oh, it's well wide. And it's basically boiling down to Norbert Ballo versus Odsonne Edouard. 2-1 just now to Edouard. Linus for Herrera. Nicked. Oh, red. Nope, not even a foul. Ballo, Armstrong for Trezeguet. And there's that finishing again. Just get me at half time, guys. Come on. Half time. Right, I think we're going to get to half time now. Good stuff. And if we win this, of course, we beat Celtic's season 1 points tally. So we'd certainly be able to say that it was our excellent season that won us the title rather than Celtic being poor. Very pleased, obviously, with how the game's going at the minute. Do we want to bring MD on? Do you know what? I'm going to bring on Wayne Rooney. Purely because I'd like to see Wayne Rooney play a game at least before he retires. Because I have a feeling he's going to retire when his contract here runs out. So I'd at least like to see him play in this game. Edward Jonas. That's a terrible pass. Come on, didn't let them score immediately after half time. Ballo, Bacali, it's just too easy for them. Bacali's ball in. Trezeguet attacks it onto the bar. Jesus Christ. Ballo now. Good man, Cardoso. And then Bacali flying in. Jesus. Well, Celtic's certainly starting to have a clear sign of intent, but look at that. 10 shots, 1 on target for Celtic. That is shocking. And now they're bringing on the clinical Didier Ndong, who of course scored 2 goals for them at Ibrox when they beat us 6-3. Nearly at the hour mark now, still winning. Linus, Lindsay, Ndong, there he is. He's going to shoot. Bet that was a shot. Ballo losing it to Cardoso. Good man. Now I wonder if we'd have came here needing something, would we have been able to play like this, or would we have just got smashed? Bacali advancing on the keeper again. This time a much better finish. Question Jordan Houston's positioning, but it's in. Bacali scoring his first Celtic goal in the Old Firm derby, sadly. I'm telling him to concentrate now because I don't know why to get beat, you know, as Armstrong delivers. And we seem to be under siege a little bit now. Bacali, takes it past Edward. He's looked a player today. Bacali, Ballo, Trezeguet. And he's shut my mouth about the League 2 standard of finishing. 3-2 to Celtic. Casey Palmer on for Liam Henderson and Jack Price on for Jamie Burr-Jonas. Jack Price obviously leaving the club in the summer. Might as well give him a wee run out. Say a wee farewell to the supporters. Go on, O'Halloran. Let's get an equaliser here. Let's not lie down to them. O'Halloran beats Bacali. Whips it. Edward. Touch. Finish. Odsonne Edouard, son. What a goal. Hat-trick for Odsonne Edouard. What a finish into the top corner. Across the goalkeeper. 3-3 and the champions are not lying down. I'd be interested to see what Celtic do in the summer. Hell, I'd be interested to see Paul Lambert still in his job during the summer. I mean, losing the title at the moment in real life would obviously get a Celtic gaffer fired, so be interesting to see what happens, especially if we can nick it here. I don't know where Fulton's trying to play that though. O'Halloran to Rooney. Rooney over the top. Hudson Edward, no really chasing it with any real conviction, sadly. Bacali gives it away. Come on. Long from Mitchell. Why are we now just suddenly knocking it long? Fief Rooney going, get an assist, Wayne. Oh. Fief for Edward, an easy challenge. Come on, stop just knocking it into Edward. Go on a Fief, play a ball. Go on, Price, hit it. Jack Price. Oh. The inside of the post and away. Almost the perfect farewell as a Rangers player. And now here's Celtic trying to nick it. McGregor in. Oh, and it's Norbert Ballo again. We'll try and overload them, but I can't see it working. It's a dramatic winner. But giant who cares in all honesty. Sure, why not? Change it. Well, we might manage to nick it. An equaliser. Edward, Palmer, Rooney. What the hell was that by Rooney? Here's where they score again and win 5-3. McGregor, Armstrong, Trezeguet. They might. That was a joke, but they might. Go on, Edward. What a game he's had. Until that. This has to be a goal actually for a fifth. Bacali, that's a terrible finish by Bacali there. But we're just seeing time out now. We're going to lose the game, but we win the title, which is exactly what we wanted. I didn't set the actual formal objective, if you like, before this series of stopping Celtic doing 10 in a row, but it really has to be, doesn't it? You can't really continue on if Celtic reach the 10. So we stopped them at 8. We give ourselves a 1 season cushion. I'm sure it would have made a really exciting last season, but I'm very glad I'm not going into next season needing to win to stop the 10. And I suppose now, the task just now is obviously the Scottish Cup, winning that, retaining that, getting a double this season. But the task in terms of league action now becomes, I suppose, retaining the title and marching on towards 10 ourselves. Do you know what? I can't fault your performances. It was just one of those days. I'm not going to be harsh on the boys. We just won the damn title. And Hudson Edward got a man of the match performance. 3.1 million for finishing first in the table. Morelos top goal scorer, O'Halloran most assists, Murray Wallace and John McGinn the top 2 in terms of average performances. This is McGinn's first season. It's also Murray Wallace's first season. Looks like they were the missing pieces of the puzzle that's got us the title. So absolutely delighted with how that's happened. A bit disappointed we lost to Celtic there at Parkhead at the end, but who cares? We've won the title. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. Obviously I have. Excellent result there. We didn't know how it was going to go at the start of those 3 games there, so delighted we managed to win the league, and relieved frankly we didn't have to go to Celtic Park needing anything. So a big shout out to St Johnstone for that one, and I suppose their manager can get the Manager of the Year award just for winning us a league like that. But anyway, you know, next season of course, title defence. So if you're going to want to follow that, which I'm sure you are, then of course you can subscribe to the channel, which I'd be really grateful for. But I just want to say thanks for watching, and of course still 1 episode to go in the season. Next season, this season, we'll be playing Ross County in the Scottish Cup final, trying to retain that. We've won that in the first 2 seasons, so can we retain that, make it a 3rd season, make this a double winning season? That'll be next episode. But yeah, delighted with this episode, long bumper episode, but we won the league, champions.